Alright guys, Epic fucking Slayers here, and in today's video I'm showing you my military AK47-M, the build that I'm currently using with it, and then also at the end we've got some last stand gameplay for you guys using this weapon. It's a very good weapon and it's kind of a fuck the meta weapon, so hopefully you do enjoy this one. If you do enjoy this video, then hitting that like button would be absolutely awesome for me, and if you are new to my channel, dropping a subscription below if you want to see more would be much appreciated. And with that said, let's get into the video, guys. So guys, here we have my military AK47-M with the Rogue camo on it. It's a very nice weapon. As you can see, these are my stats currently. DPS of 352, toughness of 374, and a very low skill power. I've only got stamina just enough to get the Unforgiving on my military AK47-M activated, and then the rest is into firearms mainly. So the build I'm currently using with this, as you can see, is 3-piece Predators and 3-piece Banshee, which I actually did a video on before about this set, and it's very good because you're getting sort of an extra 18% damage with this set. And I thought with the military AK-47 I would try it out, and I've really enjoyed it. So as you can see with my vest here, most of my stuff is rolled into firearms. What I will do is the first thing I'll go over is just the weapon itself. So unfortunately this isn't a god roll military AK-47-M. It's kind of, I need a better one to be honest, but this one's got a base damage of 26.8k with my firearms just under 7,000. It's got brutal, unforgiving, and fierce. So unfortunately, not god roll. Brutal is a good, it's a good perk, or sorry, good talent. However, on console and with my aim, not so good because I'm not hitting many headshots. However, when I am hitting headshots, then you'll probably see in one of the videos. If I hit a crit headshot with this, you're doing about 32k, and you're dropping people very quickly. Unforgiven, of course, is very good, and then fierce, not as good really, but to be honest, with fierce on this, it's not too bad because I'm not aiming for head, so having that extra crit on this isn't such a bad thing, and that actually goes very well with the mods I'm currently running on this. So as you can see, with my extended mag, I've gone for crit hit chance and rate of fire and magazine size. Rate of fire is quite important because the RPM on the AK-47 is one of the slowest at 600 RPM, so you're not shooting, your burst DPS isn't particularly good, but when you are hitting, you're doing, you know, more damage, or doing a lot more damage than other guns. It's just not as a burst percentage. So having that extra rate of fire does help. Of course, critical hit chance helps a lot as well. With the small grip, of course, I've gone for critical hit damage, reload speed, and stability. The reload speed on this is quite slow. The only thing that I can recommend swapping this out with is perhaps optimal range. Because you may want to use this at optimal range, then that's probably a good idea. However, as you've probably seen on my set here, I am running an ACR, which I actually use at range instead of the military AK-47. So that's the reason why I haven't gone for a range perk on this mod here, the small grip mod. So moving on to the break here, I'm using a loud vent break with critical hit damage, crit hit chance, and headshot damage. Now I'm sure there's a lot of people out there saying that no, I should probably be running headshot damage, critical hit chance, and getting that extra headshot damage. But as I said before, my shot on the head is crap. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to hit far more body shots than you're going to hit headshots. So for me, stacking crit hit damage and crit hit chance is more important than headshots. Headshots are not that big of a deal, unfortunately, unless you're using a sniper anymore. And then if you are using a sniper, you're going for crit anyway, because you're probably running Deadeye. So critical hit chance is the meta. So again, with the scope, I've gone in for critical hit damage, headshot damage, and critical hit chance. So those are my mods, and if you probably look at my character, my crit hit chance isn't too bad at 22%, so crit damage at 96 and headshot damage at 99. It would be good to get a bit more crit hit chance to really sort of make this weapon do serious DPS, but unfortunately I can't do that. So as I showed with my chest, I've rolled exotic damage resilience on this particular piece because still, unfortunately, seeker mines are aids, and it's really important to help with like grenades and other things like that. With the mask, as you can see, critical hit chance, again, rolled, needed that. There's really nothing else that I felt could replace this in this slot apart from maybe like skill power, but I went for critical hit chance because I'm more of a DPS focused person, and this build is as well. This has got health. Unfortunately, these particular knee pads are pretty weak because they got increased kill XP, we don't want that, and damage to elites, we don't want that either, unless you're running PvE. So it would have been nice to have bleed resistance and burn resistance in there, but unfortunately those are the knee pads I have, so those are the ones I'm running with. Predator's Mark backpack has got health and ammo capacity. Ammo capacity unfortunately isn't that important, unless you're running in PvE content potentially, but it's not that important. So for me, I would have probably preferred something like bleed resistance, or probably burn resistance actually, but that'll have to do. Moving on to the gloves, assault rifle damage, critical hit chance. I think you guys know what to expect from gloves. And then lastly, the holster. It's rolled into health as the major attribute. Obviously, health being the best in slot major attribute in the game. Unfortunately, replacing armor, but hasn't really replaced it, to be honest. It's just kind of been put in there over armor, but it acts the same way as armor, just not quite as effective. So there's the set, guys. That's what I'm currently running with. Now, the reason I run Predators and I've been running Banshee is because, obviously, the 3-piece set bonus on Predators gives you 8% assault rifle damage, and then if you go to Banshee, you're getting that extra 10% damage to targets out of cover, which unfortunately this game is not a cover-based shooter, so that is proccing almost all of the time. That gives you 18% damage, which is really good, and then you get that additional sort of reload speed as well on Predator's Mark, which means that you're able to reload your assault rifles that little bit quicker. The only thing that I would potentially look into doing is replacing this ACR with an SMG, but that's the only thing, maybe with an MP7 or an MP5 or something, or maybe I would just replace it with like my M4, for example. But for me, the AK47-M has been really good to me. I've been really enjoying it, especially hip firing, as you'll probably see in the video. So hope you did enjoy this one, guys. Let me know what you think of it. As I said, I will leave some gameplay of me using this in Last Stand, so hopefully you do enjoy this and stick around to watch all of that content. Thanks once again, and peace.
They've gone ahead.